Hello everyone, welcome to the Stock Martin channel. I have an awesome video for you today, but first of all, happy weekend, happy Easter. I hope you get to enjoy this day with your family and your friends. But thank you so much for watching. I have an excellent video for you today. We are going to be talking about some renewable clean energy that is good for the environment. I did find a great stock pick for you. It is Uranium Royalty Corp. The ticker symbol is UROY, and I believe that this stock has huge upward potential, but most importantly, it is investing into the future. It is investing into the economy, but most importantly, investing into clean energy to make this world a better place. Now, we are going to be talking about this stock. It has huge upside potential. And just most recently, we have seen in an interview through Elon Musk that the nuclear energy should be a key to bring us to a carbon neutral environment into the future, which will be good for the environment. We are going to be talking about this company, and I think you're going to get a lot out of this. Before we get down into it and get started, give me that big thumbs up to keep me alive on YouTube. Smash that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, hit all to get my latest uploaded videos. Don't forget to share this page with others. If you can share it with your friends, family, coworkers, that next door neighbor, I'd greatly appreciate it so we can continue to grow the channel. Now, without further ado, let's talk about clean energy, and most importantly, let's talk about the stock Uranium Royalty Corp. The ticker symbol UROY, UROY. So this company has been around for roughly about 2 years. It is into the clean energy space. It is into nuclear, clean, renewable energy. It is invested. It's the only pure play royalty investment company in uranium-based companies. Consider this as a mini ETF. They are invested in the actual uranium product that is used in nuclear reactors, but not only this, they're also invested in the companies that actually develop and mine these. So they're not actually a mining company, but they are invested in these companies. They have an acquisition of about roughly 15 companies, and they are also invested into the actual product uranium. Now, most recently, we did hear a very important interview from Elon Musk about 1 week ago saying how important it is for nuclear energy to come back and to actually increase as this is clean, sustainable energy. We will be talking about where uranium's role is in this and where the company's role in this. But we do have huge futures ahead of this company and this stock, ticker symbol UROY. But first of all, let me play a clip of Elon Musk talking about nuclear energy and its importance into the environment. Now, as you can see, Elon Musk is a firm believer of nuclear energy. It is a clean source of renewable energy that will be good for the environment and that will slowly get us off that fossil fuel, the carbon, to become carbon neutral. Now, I do believe that the raw materials that are needed in the nuclear reactor are uranium, and to have exposure of that small commodity in your portfolio, I do think is important, especially if you are in the energy play and you do want to do something good for the environment. Now, this company and uranium has been growing steadily through the years. This company has been trading on the stock market as UROY, UROY, the Uranium Royalty Corp, and it has been trading for about 2 years. We will get into the stock charts, but first I play a clip from the CEO, Scott Malby, that will show an overview and why we should invest in this company, as I do think it has great potential. Take a look at this.
Yeah, for uranium royalty and streaming company, obviously our main focus is always going to be in either acquiring royalties and streams on uranium projects or establishing new ones as a form of finance for those new developments. But we felt that as a young company that's now only, we've only been listed a little over 2 years on the Toronto Exchange. Our listing on NASDAQ was about this time last year. We're a young company in an industry that hasn't needed a lot of new mine production given the oversupply that we've been in. So we recognize that some of the assets that we're going to be acquiring or assets that we have in the portfolio already, we're beginning to see those make moves to ramp up and get back into production. But we really wanted to reward early shareholders by exposing them to uranium near the bottom of the cycle. And our big acquisition, close to 4 years ago, was in the launch of Yellowcake PLC, which is the sort of the British version of Sprott Physical Uranium Trust, traded on the London Exchange. We took a 10% shareholding in that at that time, which gave us strategic rights into the uranium supply contract with Kazatomprom in Kazakhstan. But it also exposed us to the inventory that Yellowcake had acquired at the time, which was effectively acquiring $21 uranium. Well, we took that one step further. Not only did we buy uranium from the Kazakhs under this agreement, but we've made open market purchases. And you mentioned the total amount, just under 1.4 million pounds at an average cost of $39 a pound. So you can see if we're at $59 today, we've already made a very appreciable gain on that. It's wonderful to have on our balance sheet. I mean, it can, it's fairly liquid. We can turn that to cash to invest in other royalty and streaming investments, or we can hold it and continue to give that exposure to our shareholders. So really pleased with the timing and sometimes you're smart, sometimes you're lucky, but I mean, we just looked at it in the context of global production cost. Probably the world's best mines today, especially considering inflation, inflationary impacts of steel, plastic pipe, labor, fuels. The incentive price for probably the more competitive mines around the world today is we were kind of thinking, well, maybe it's 45 or 50. Well, I think it's more like 60 or 65 today. And I think you'll see it play out that even though uranium prices are increasing and above, perhaps that threshold level, it's going to be a while before we can get new mine production online and producing. Restarts of mines are obviously the most flexible or fully permitted mines. But if some developer has a mine, they're starting from scratch and entering the 6 or 7 year permitting timeline, that the uranium price could run quite a ways before we start to see a meaningful production response. So again, we thought buying uranium at under $40 a pound, which is way below global production cost. It's in the drum. It's in facilities where the utilities actually need the uranium and buy the uranium. So we're really pleased the way that's worked out.
So the Uranium Royalty Corp is a proven team. It's the first and only pure play uranium royalty company. Again, it is traded on the NASDAQ as UROY. So now let's transition and talk about Uranium Royalty Corp and how it does compare against the companies that actually operate the mining, also uranium ETFs and physical funds that do compare and have uranium in there. So Uranium Royalty Corp actually checks all the boxes. It does have that exposure to uranium itself, but it does not have any fixed operating costs such as operating companies, such as mining companies that are into uranium. They also do not have any development and sustaining capital costs into research, exploration. They do not need to pay any of this, which does bring down their costs, but they are very diversified. As I mentioned, they are in about 15 sectors of uranium. They also are in uranium companies, so they are a huge investment and a very nice potential to add into your portfolio. Now, they do have the ability to grow without increased management, so that is very big key on this, and it does compare a lot to that uranium ETF. However, it does not require the exploration and expansion associated with these costs, such as these ETF companies that are invested and that are purchasing in operating companies. So again, Uranium Corp does give you a very diverse portfolio, but it does limit you from the costs associated with owning the actual uranium mining companies or any uranium ETFs. And as you heard in the interview from Elon Musk, he did say that nuclear energy is clean, it's safe, it's reliable, and it is good for the economy. It's a perfect complement of that renewable wind and solar. As Elon Musk said, that in the future, the world will be sustained by solar energy with that backup with the batteries. We are not at that stage yet, and we do need something to transition us to that. And this does give us a very nice exposure to our portfolio. So as you can see, Uranium Royalty Corp is a great investment. I do think it is a great investment to diversify your portfolio, especially if you are in new energy, renewable energy. Now, this is a very nice pure uranium play. Again, it is in a mass variety of companies, and it also does have that exposure to uranium, which has actually steadily been increasing. and will continue to increase because of that demand for uranium for the nuclear power generation to have that sustainable energy and to be good for the environment, to get us carbon neutral into the future. I did just want to show you how this stock has been doing. The Uranium Royalty Corp, ticker symbol UROY, in the past one day has been down about 2.5%, but currently is trading at $4.37. If we go back in the past 1 month, we are up by 5%. We have actually tested a high of $4.75 with a low bottoming out at $3.81. Since that March 30th date of $3.81, we have actually gone up about 17.5%. This does give us very nice potential to get nice growth and exposure in the clean energy and into the future of sustainable energy with nuclear energy. Again, consider this as a mini ETF, but with that nice cost savings, as this company does not look at the costs associated with research and development and also the cost of these mining companies, but it does give us very nice exposure to these companies moving forward and that uranium. But looking back in the past 6 months, we are actually down 13.1%. In the past 6 months, we have tested a high of $5.75. And again, the low on this stock is about that $3 mark. So it actually does bounce back up whenever it does touch the $3 mark. But right now we are in that sweet spot of $4.37. But we do have that nice potential to go up more than $5, about $5.50 on this stock if you look in the past 6 months. If you look in the past 1 year, this stock has actually been up 52.8%, which is a very nice upside potential. But we have tested a high on the stock, a 52-week high of $5.95 that we have tested in October and then again in November. I do think that we will be retesting these, especially since we are starting to get that news, and especially now that Elon Musk is behind renewable energy and has actually gone out and proclaimed that nuclear energy is safe and that countries should be going that route. I do believe that more and more companies will start producing the nuclear power plants. Hopefully they do reopen some of the ones that did close, as Elon Musk said, but he did say that we do need that source of renewable energy, and this is a very safe alternative, as I have shown you, as it is carbon neutral, but it is great for the environment and one of the safest ways to produce electricity moving forward. But again, this company does give us very nice exposure into this, so I would consider it, again, putting into your portfolio as I have done. Now, I did just want to give you some price predictions. This is from Wallet Investor of UROY. Its 1 year forecast is actually $5, roughly 50 cents. In the next 5 years, Wallet Investor is projecting that this stock can go over $10. So again, they are giving it A plus, very good long-term investment according to its technical analysis and past trading history. But again, this is a very nice exposure to uranium, to renewable sourced energy. But again, I hope that you did like this video. I hope that you learned something new. But thank you so much for watching. If you can, give me that big thumbs up to keep me alive on YouTube. Smash that subscribe button. Hit the notification bell. Hit all to get my latest uploaded videos. Don't forget to share this page with others. Share it with your family, your friends, coworkers, that next door neighbor again, so we can continue to grow the channel. And I greatly appreciate you watching and supporting the channel. Thank you so much. Have a happy Easter, have a great week, and I cannot wait to talk to you on the next one. Thank you.